You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard, and a thumping good 'un, I'd wager.
Everyone knows Harry Potter, the magical story that inspired millions of readers around the world. But very few know the story behind the woman who created it.
Harry Potter came to me on a train in 1990. I was sitting just staring out of the window and the idea just fell out of nowhere. It was the purest stroke of inspiration I've ever had in my life, and I've been writing about him ever since.
A woman who once saw herself as a failure. This is how J.K. Rowling turned rejection, poverty, and pain into one of the greatest success stories in modern history. Before she became an author, J.K. Rowling's life was anything but magical. In the early 1990s, she was a single mother living in Edinburgh, Scotland. She had no job, no money, and was struggling with depression. Rowling once described herself as the biggest failure I knew. Her marriage had ended. She was raising her baby daughter alone, living on government assistance. But despite everything, she had one dream: to finish the story of a young wizard that had come to her years earlier on a train ride. When she finally finished her first Harry Potter book, Rowling sent it to publishers. One after another, they rejected her. 12 publishing houses said no. Some said children wouldn't be interested in a story about a boy wizard. Others thought it was too long, too strange, or simply not worth the risk. Most people would have given up after so many rejections. But Rowling didn't. She kept believing that her story mattered, even if no one else did. Finally, one small publisher, Bloomsbury, decided to take a chance. The chairman's 8-year-old daughter read the first chapter and begged for more. That one moment changed everything. In 1997, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was released. The first print run was only 500 copies, but it quickly sold out. Within a few years, J.K. Rowling's books became a global phenomenon, translated into over 80 languages, selling hundreds of millions of copies. The woman who once couldn't afford to print her own story had become one of the most successful authors in the world. J.K. Rowling once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all." Her journey teaches us that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Each rejection brought her one step closer to the right opportunity. Each setback shaped the person who would one day inspire millions. So when life knocks you down, remember this: even the most magical success stories begin with struggle. Keep writing your story, because one yes can change everything.